So what is Web3? So Web3 is a terminology that we use a lot at Etched. Web3 is the new era that we are moving into when it comes to the internet. So we had Web 1, which was a simple read-only encyclopedia style internet. So we could go online and we could just read things and watch things, and it was very, very simple and very, very basic. Then we moved into Web 2, which we're kind of currently on the fringes of at the moment, and that is when there's more interaction. We now have transactions, we have e-commerce, we have social media where we can upload to the internet as well as download from the internet, so we can see and we can contribute as well. But we're now moving into this Web3 space, which is basically where we can start to get the ownership back of what's happening online. We have far more security and it's far more decentralized. So Web 2 would have been these central governing companies that allow you to basically transfer through them. So let's say a Facebook or a Google. When we move into Web3 space, we're now in a decentralized world, so we can actually use the internet to be far more peer-to-peer without having to go through these central companies and governments like banks and social media platforms. So this Web3 world that we're going into is going to be far more secure, and it's going to be far quicker and easier to actually transact between people online. So what is blockchain technology? So using the Web3 example of being able to deal with each other peer-to-peer, blockchain technology enables that. And blockchain is a kind of, as the name suggests, it's a chain of blocks. Each of those blocks needs to verify each other as you send a message through it. Let's think about it kind of like a Chinese whispers. All right, so the Chinese whisper needs to be correct before it moves on to the next block. Okay, it needs to meet a certain amount of criteria, and there's a certain list of things that need to be met before it will go from block to block. Now, this chain will run through multiple computers around the world in a decentralized manner, which means that it's not all coming into one hub, it's going off and it's using all of the computers around the world to come back with a green light to basically say that that Chinese whisper has come back absolutely as it was sent. The mechanism of doing that goes over my pay grade. We'll explain that in some other videos with some of the technical guys. But as a concept, that is a very secure and very transparent way of showing something that is immutable. So we want to prove that what we've done is ours and when we've done it. The when we've done it part, the time stamping is really, really useful because we can show that we've done the work. And using the blockchain technology, it goes onto it, it goes through the blocks, it will come back with the green light, and only at that point can we say that this is what it is. Now, the transparency side of that means that someone can come in and view that, not necessarily view what it is you've done, but once you give them the ability to see that transaction train, they can then go on and say, okay, this is legitimate, it is what it is, and it verifies the whole thing, and it gives you that block of evidence that is immutable, that is transnational, and everyone will start to accept in the future as your proof of what you've done and when you've done it.